What's up everybody, we are back and today we have a highly requested video. A lot of people ask me this question over and over again, so I figured I'd finally make a video on it. I haven't been in a position where I wanted to actually pull LPs out of my piggy bank, but I am now, so I figured I'd make a video on it, and that way it could be a good tutorial for you if your time lock has expired and it's time to do something with those LPs. So the question again is, my piggy bank's time lock has expired. What can I do now with those pigs BUSD LPs that I earned? And more importantly, how the heck do I actually do that? How do I follow through with that? Either buying pigs or, splitting the LPs, the whole deal. So I'm gonna give you the quick step-by-step process. It's actually very easy, so this should be a quick tutorial. But it does confuse a lot of people, and it confused me the first time around, so here we are. As you can see, I'm right here in the piggy bank. And if you're not in the piggy bank yet, go watch some of the previous videos I have. I'll try to put like a tag or the drop down or whatever so you see it above. But it'll show you how to get into it. But the piggy bank is essentially a miner. What you want to do in order to get into the piggy bank is go come to the animalfarm.app page, go to the swap tab, exchange your BUSD for pigs 50-50, so you still have some BUSD left over. You go to add liquidity, you smash the pigs and BUSD together, that creates the liquidity pair. You go to piggy bank, you select the amount of pigs BUSD that you want to add in here. So if you bought, if you got 10 of them, put 10 of them in here, and then you want to select your time lock. The higher you go up on the time lock, the more time lock bonus you're gonna get down here. So, I did some short ones and some long ones, and you'll see those below. But once that time lock expires, now you have additional pigs BUSD, but what are you gonna do with those things? So here's how it works. As you can see, I got a bunch of stakes. I'm making, I don't know what I'm making, 60 bucks a day or something in here, which isn't a ton, but that is fine. It's just churning out like clockwork. But you can see here that I've got some that are longer as far as the time lock, 177 days here. This one, 3 days, it's about to expire. This one's got 598 days, so this is my long-term one that I made. But then I got a bunch here that say 0, that have all zeros. And some of these are small, some of these are big, whatever. I would have, if I was to go back and do my piggy bank over again, I would have just done a few larger time lock stakes. I didn't really have any like example of what a certain number of LPs would churn out in terms of dollar amount, because the truffles value is still confusing to me. I wish, and somebody super important like DevStreak or Forex, if you guys are listening, this max payout, let's just make this max payout in LPs, because LPs matter and they make sense. And even though the LP value is variable, you should still be able to calculate what amount of LPs you should get at max payout. And to me, that's a lot more meaningful than, I believe this is seeds. I don't know how many trillions of seeds or whatever this is, but it's meaningless. It's an arbitrary number in my opinion. If these were LPs, I'd be okay, by the time this thing finishes, I've got this many LPs, or I've been claiming some, so that's going down or whatever. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. But what I think we should do is we should actually claim these amounts right here and then figure out what we want to do with the LPs. So even though some of these are small and I'm gonna eat the gas fees, I don't care. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell all these. I'll show you the process real quick on the first one, but I got the ledger and everything, it'll slow everything down. So I'll clip it out and you'll basically see me claim the first one, then boom, I'm gonna have all the LPs sitting in my wallet. So let's start with the first one. Click the drop down here, go to sell. This will pop up, come down here, confirm it. Says that my sell for my truffles processed successfully. And in a second, this dollar amount will disappear because those LPs are gonna be in my wallet. Now give me 1 sec, I'm gonna claim all these. I'm basically gonna sell them so they all end up back into my wallet. All right, again, all I was doing there was I was just clicking this little drop down. I was clicking on sell, MetaMask was popping up, and I was accepting. And all I did was I just went in and sold all these stakes. Once your stake expires, if you let it build up, I think it takes you about 90 days to get the entirety of your like max payout, which I believe is like 3x whatever you have. So when it expires, you're not gonna have 100% of that available. But some people let it add up until they've got a certain dollar amount and then they claim, and some people claim every day. It kind of just depends on how big your balance is. Mine weren't that big, obviously. We probably got like 18 bucks, 20 bucks or something in there. But the dollar amount doesn't really matter. What matters is that we've claimed them all and now we've got LPs. So what's gonna happen, once you claim those, you've got a couple of options. Scroll back to the top here, you're going to be able to see how many LPs we have. So we've got 1.215 and a whole lot of numbers after that. So that's how many LPs we have. Now, if you wanted to create a new stake, people ask me, how do you just restake those? You sell them and then you come in here and you restake it. We could do it out to 153 weeks and get a massive, a massive time lock bonus on that. So that's how you restake them. If you've got some that are expired, you sell them and then you take whatever you sold and you put them into a new stake. What we could also do if I didn't claim that last one is we could have claimed all these, and then we could have just made a deposit into this. So we could have taken those LPs and stuffed them in one, which I like to do because I'd prefer if all these went away and I could like combine them, because there's no time lock here, so they're not getting any different variable rewards. And I would really just like to cycle one a day and have it build up. I don't like that I got all these ones that are $1.42 a day, and you know, I would have done it different. So if you've got a good amount of capital, I don't recommend making a ton of small ones. I'd make a few bigger ones. Of course, the small one, like I've said in previous videos, have that be like a long-term stake, kind of a moonshot. I mean, if you're going to get that much of a time lock bonus, it's worth rolling the dice on. If Animal Farm does what we think it might do, those could end up being worth a lot of money down the road. But what I don't want to do right now is create another time lock. I'm good there. What I want to show you guys how to do is do something with these LPs. Right now, there's nothing you can do with these LPs besides split them apart or stuff them back in here. So what we're going to do is split them apart. These LPs, once you sell it like I just did, these are actually sitting in my MetaMask wallet. So what we need to do now is jump over to Pancake Swap and split up that liquidity. Take that LP and break it apart. So I've got pigs on one side and BUSD on the other. All right, so here we are at Pancake Swap, and as you can see, all I did, I was on the main page or somewhere. I went over to swap. I went over to liquidity, and it already shows up right here. It shows my pigs LP, because this is where I created the liquidity originally. Plus, it can see this in my wallet. So all I want to do is remove the liquidity here. So if I click that down arrow, I can say remove. It's going to ask me what percentage of it I want to remove, because if I want to keep some LPs together, you don't want to pay to split them apart and then have to put them together or whatever. So I'm just going to click max because I don't need LPs right now. So it looks like that was about 20 bucks, because you can see here you've got $10. I'm gonna get $10, half of that in BUSD, and then the rest in Animal Farm pigs. So that's not bad, 20 bucks. Let's see what we can do with them. Right now, I'm just gonna leave my slippage at 12. Hopefully it'll come in cheaper. Let me do my little ledger thing real quick. We're gonna enable them and then split them apart. Click enable, confirm with ledger. And let me just be the first one to tell you guys that ledgers are kind of a pain in the ass. They really truly are, but they are a serious level of protection that you should probably use. I think we all want to get rich here. We all want to have like multi-millions of dollars in our MetaMask accounts. So if you've got that much money, then it's probably worthwhile to take some extra steps to protect it. So I recommend getting a ledger or another device that's similar. None of this is financial advice. You obviously do your own thing. All right, now that those are enabled, I click remove, telling me it's going to split them apart, confirm. Okay, and what it has done is it has split those two apart. So now I've got about $10 in BUSD and $10 in Animal Farm pigs. Now what can you do with them? Well, the pigs you can put in the pig pen, or you could sell them, or whatever it is that you're looking to do. The BUSD you can use for pretty much anything. You could pair this with drip and put it into your garden. You could buy drip with it. You can convert it over to BNB and use it for gas fees. You can do whatever. Anyway, there's a multitude of things. Here's what I'm gonna do. I wanna build my pig pen, so I'm gonna stuff these pigs into the pig pen, and I'm also gonna use this BUSD to buy pigs as well. So let me show you how to do that real quick. All right, back over on the piggy bank, you can see I no longer have those LPs there because I sold them. Let's go over to the swap page. It's gonna show that BUSD that I have in there. Why don't we just click max and click swap, because I'm gonna buy additional pigs. Okay, it swapped my BUSD for pigs. So the LP pair that I had earlier was part BUSD, part pigs. I already had some here. I just added more to it. So that gave me 0.28 pigs. So almost a third of a pig that we can throw in here. Now I want to go to the pig pen. It shows that balance right here. Unfortunately, I only have a small bag right now. I got 8 pigs. That's not a lot. I'd like to get more, but I was kind of focusing on the garden and some of the areas of the other areas of the ecosystem because those were open. Now that we're about to launch Animal Farm, getting more pigs is going to be more of a priority to me, but we all got to start somewhere, right? So to deposit the pigs in the pig pen, I can click right here. That'll give you my balance. Let's click deposit. It's claiming my rewards. So that little bit of BNB or BUSD that I had earned, it's going to claim it, roll it back into the system here. It will require you to accept 2 transactions because it really claims the BUSD and then also compounds the pigs, so it throws it in there. And as you can see, this button tells you that compound pigs claim BUSD. So let's do a quick refresh here. And as you can see, I'm up to 8.32 pigs. So not a ton, but I'm growing it every day. And that video in a nutshell is how you take piggy bank stakes that are expired, sell them, go to Pancake Swap, remove the liquidity, and then put them wherever you want. In my case, I wanted to add them to the pig pen, so we split them apart. I used the BUSD to buy additional pigs. I stuffed it all in the pig pen, and I'm in an attempt to get rich. So let's see what happens when the animal farm reopens, if the pig price pumps up, if the transactions are high, and if that BUSD reward that I'm getting is really juicy. Again, I think this is a sleeper play, and I think it's part of what Forex does when he lays the breadcrumbs for long-term sustainability and that long-term money. This is not a fast cash play, but that is the way I'm playing it. So if you guys like this video or want more like it, please like and subscribe. Our subscriber count has been on the move, so I appreciate each and every one of you who comes to the channel. You know, we get a lot of likes, a lot of comments. It's really, truly is appreciated. So let me know what other parts of the ecosystem you are struggling with, and what I'll do is I'll try to break them down as easy as I possibly can so you can understand them, and that way you can make a better decision of, do I want to play in that part of the ecosystem or do I not? So anyway, thank you guys for joining again. Of course, happy investing.